So, guys, because I know now you are in Shags, and that's where the big gardens are. That's where the shambas are. Okay, of course we call them shambas. Shamba is a word for is a Kiswahili word for garden, and yeah, the shambas are there. Yeah, I'm not digressing by talking about shambas. I'm talking about environmental conservation. The word is environmental conservation. We have been told by our president, and not only our president. The world is ailing. The world is sick because of climate change. Yeah, I'm trying to put this one uh, perfectly and clearly because things are not good. We are suffering. Everybody is suffering because the rains are short and uh, they are not able to grow to grow enough food to feed the country. So because you're now down there, you're in the villages where the big land, the big parcels of land are. You're not in towns right now, and where you have the audacity, or you are legally able to do whatever you can do with the land there. I urge you, plant a tree or two. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's plant something. Just make sure that you have planted some tree, because if you can do that, you are sure that you are saving planet Earth. We are going down a very bad lane. Okay, we are losing it if we continue this way. Climate change. These guys, the industrialists, have done everything possible to destroy the ozone layer. Of course, what we depend on to protect us from the um, UV light. UV light is at the ultraviolet. I know that word. Now maybe I am not of yesterday. I didn't come with the railway. Sikukuja na reli. Ah, yeah. I came some few. I didn't come with the Hustler Fund. Hustler Fund. You use Hustler Fund to go and buy some seedlings and plant. We need to reforest. Imagine what life was in those days when there were forests all over. Eh? You can read the stories that were written by our grandfathers. They were talking about forests. Always a story with a forest, a story with a boy or with a person or a girl who is going to a distant auntie and they have to pass through a forest. And of course, at that time they were not giving stories of they were not using any cars or some sort of story, some sort of means of travel. They were walking, so they had to pass through a forest. You can Those stories tell us that by then the country was forested. Hmm? It's not like our stories now. We talk about other things. Of course, it's our generation. Yeah, we need to reconnect with that world. We may think that they were backward. They were forest men. They were living in the forest. The Neanderthals, Neanderthals, and the Homo pithecus. Because we are the Homo sapiens, we need to know that the Homo pithecus never suffered from climate change. They had their own way of surviving this world. Their world was um, was abundant with food. Okay, so let's make sure that we do something. The history lesson is over. Class, the history lesson is over. Whatever you have had in the lesson, please make sure that you don't forget. eh. Yes, the history lesson is over, but I was trying to reconnect you to what was there, so that you can take it seriously. Plant some tree wherever you are, whatever tree, be it be it a shrub or something. Shrubs are those trees that don't grow very high, 5 meters. It's a tree as well, and there are those, of course, those ones that grow to nini. They are called the tall trees. They are called modeshaitu. Mm? Or modeshaitu is somebody who is tall. Yes, I think. But of course, a tall tree. The blue gums, the yeah, all those. Plant them. You can even plant fruits if you feel like you will be wasting your land to unfruitful trees. But of course, those trees become valuable after some time. After 5 years, you will come here and you will go there and say, "He meeting me, he meet these are the trees I planted when I was here, during this Christmas of 2022." uh and you will be thumping your chest, saying that I'm that guy, man. People will be like, oh, this is the guy who planted trees here. Mm? Do that. We need to save this. We need to save this planet. It's going down a very bad lane. Vile, what I have seen, people are planting people are planting their crops and hoping for miracles. There's no rain, my friends, and the only thing that can happen is if we have trees. That's the only time we can have rain. Ni nipe nikupe, upende miti. Yeah, there's a guy that has a song. I don't know, it's a song or a poem or something. He said that he loves trees like Wangari Maathai. Love the trees. We need to start to the way we love other things. Let's start loving trees. Uh, they can save. They will save their generation, and teach our children as well to do so, to become such persons. Mm. You may be asking, wewe umepanda miti ngapi? I don't have a count. I have planted so many trees. Even where I live now, I have planted trees outside here. Kuna miti pale nje. 1, 2, 3, I can only see 3, 4, 5. And this is hapa ni mjini. I can only call it town. Because whatever is happening is high rise buildings are coming up. Kiangalia. I don't know whether you can see. This is town. Look at the buildings that are coming up there. Look at the apartments, and already I have trees. You see, that's a popo. That's a popo tree, plus many others. So the best thing is to do it. Plant some tree. Plant some small trees outside there. You will enjoy the shade, and the birds of the air will have somewhere to build their nests. You're creating a whole ecosystem. Once you plant trees, birds of the air will come and rest there. You will have some clean air in the place. It will save you from diseases because, of course, more oxygen will be there, and oxygen, of course, runs in the blood. You need more oxygen to be more healthy. Yeah, sio kupumua hii hewa chafu. It will clean the air, and clean air is good health. Make it a point to do so. I'm urging everybody that is watching me or listening to me wherever you are, plant some tree before you come back. Let it become your memory. If it was what we have been doing over the years, that once you go to the shacks where there is big land, there are big tracts of land, you plant a tree. Once you go there, you plant another one. Once you go there, you plant two. Let it become norm until we save our continent or our planet. You don't need to have it go down kwa kaburi la sahau. You don't need it to go down the memory lane. And which memory lane is it going to? Because we will not be the ones who will be remembering it. Once the world is extinct, I don't know who will be. Maybe it's only God will remain remembering us. And of course the other planets which are inhabited. Yes, those ones can remember. But I don't know whether they remember us. Do they know us even? Do the aliens know us? Yes. It's maybe the angels, the God, that will be able to remember us, because Satan may burn in the same shit that we have put ourselves.